fake cloak. Fake cloak for invincibility-ness. Come here, so much.
It's all magic-y. Use your hand.
Alright. We shall. Let's use our hand. That did the trick. That's a good job. Oh, come on. There we go. Got him. Alright, so if I charge him, can I then shoot him in the face? Yes, I can. Oh, I think I've discovered the secret. Charge him and then a face shot. Oh, that's very effective.
We need to get to the central column before
Yes.
sets off those bombs.
Damn these guys and their traps. Where are you dickheads going? So we can level up and become mighty. Haha, yes we can. Suck on that. Boom! That's very fun. That's a very fun spell. Go team, go. Excellent. I'll stand here offering words of encouragement. So I can activate the symbol. There we go. Go, doggos! Excellent. Oh shit, there's guys coming from the other side too. Oh no, I hit my own teammates. Oh, that's a fail. Woo. Friends. Ha! Ha! Oh, Alistair just got rear kicked in the face. Oh, look at this. Yes! Go, old dude. Okay. It's up on the bench. Nothing we can interact with. All right. Select, not scanned. Is that what it said? Was I misreading? Need more. Oh, hello. This could be Doc. Having a sleep. Hey, wake up, dickhead. We are here. Get healed to full. Sounds good. What does this one do then?
We're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the hinges.
Super careful.
I love it.
Stuck on that, Samuel.
The production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
But it's fun.
Oh, I love this guy.
Wanted to worship Warlock previously, and then was...
Guardians, breach my bindings. Even now, Raker readies his restoration ritual.
Rocket, can you bust him out?
If I gotta...
Let me guess. Raker's power proved more pernicious than predicted?
Little point pondering possibilities past, daughter of Thanos. Soon feverous faith will flood Raker's fledgling and feed the fiend within.
Not gonna happen. We're gonna shut it down together.
Look, this is what you just did, David. I was just reading your comment that we're 1 minute 50 in and I didn't hit a... It didn't, like, you know, hug a car with my face. And what do? I hit a friggin' pedestrian. It's the audience that makes it. You guys are part of the audience. That's what makes this successful. Why is Kerry driving the biggest shitbox I've seen in this entire game?
I thought to myself, those are some balls on that one.
Just smashed him.
Definitely need.
No? What have we got? Show me the goat man throwing a goat.
This was a surprise.
Yeah, here we go.
After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking the building with a goat.
Here it is, there it is!
Chief Moran the Under.
That's so
He was
stupid.
blinded by the killing of his Avar tribesmen, who
them, but they were like...
Oh, alrighty. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. This is Nerdedness. I'm Shade. How are you doing? We've got a few people in today. It is great to see you all. Thank you for coming to hang out with me as we just sort of have a bit of a chill out session tonight, doing some side quests in Skyrim / Blackreach in Elder Scrolls Online. That's what we're doing tonight. We are doing slightly shorter streams this week as well. Apologies. I've got some mod project work going on in the background, which I can't talk about or share, and it might mean that I can't stream next week or very minimal next week as well. So just a heads up, but we'll figure it out. I'll post on our Discord notifications as per usual to keep you on the loop. Anyway, tonight we are going to do some stuff. So yes, how's everyone's week so far? And Moonalaya, excellent. Thank you very much for coming along. Moon used to be one of our staple followers for a long time until her new job work changed some of the hours, right? They didn't line up anymore. But anyway, Moon, are you still streaming, by the way? Because if so, everyone, check out Moon's channel on Twitch as well. She used to do a bunch of RPG sort of games, like we saw in the clips just before, but also cooking. She did lots of cooking streams, which is awesome. Missing some of those cooking streams and some of the results. Anyway, what a comeback. Thanks for dropping in. Let's go to the normal view mode and let's see what is going on. Now, as a little bit of a background, and you know what? I'm going to hit the record button in case we end up posting these videos in high def, because we are getting surprisingly more viewership on the Elder Scrolls content compared to other content I've been doing recently. Anyway, so in our last session, we did some main questing around Western Skyrim, which has taken us, hang on, let's get the map showing what I'm talking about. So there's this weird ice something coven, ice coven cult. Anyway, they are introducing these harrow storms, which is like some sort of weird blood ritual storm thing, which seems to create and or enhance vampires and whatever else. Anyway, they're trying to sort of potentially overthrow stuff in Skyrim. We're not really sure on the motivations yet, so we're only partway through the main story, but it led us into a mine, which I think was one of these down here, and it takes us into this spot here, Dusk Town. So it's under the guise of a mining operation. So this leads to a mine shaft, and we are in part of the massive legendary Blackreach. So we arrived here, we did some stuff for the main quest, followed the people we're after, caught one, another one got away. Lyris and our other allies are going to do some research to figure some stuff out. Whilst that's happening, I figure, well, if we're going to end up coming back to Blackreach, because Grizz advised that you sort of bounce between the two, let's get some of the side quests here done and underway, so we're a bit more familiar with the people, the layout, and the goings-on down here. My preference and advice for playing Elder Scrolls Online is you do one zone at a time, you do all the side quests, then you do the main story. It gives you the best sense of completion, progression, and less confusion, typically. But you don't have to do it that way, but it is what we're doing it. Anyway, down we roll. And Jay, sleepy this week. Hang out and sketch some characters from your novel. Awesome. Yeah, yes, good idea to refuse sleep this early. I'm all too familiar with how sleep cycles can be messed up and how important sleep hygiene is. So, yes, says the guy who had to have a short nap on my lunch break today because, yeah, I did not sleep very well this morning.
More traps? Did those two idiots set these things throughout all of Blackreach?
All right, let's see what's going on. We've got Sharp as Night here, aka Garrus Vicarian, as our companion. Basically, almost exactly the same character. Voice acted by the same guy. Very similar character traits. Anyway, what's going on?
Step, stranger. A couple of so-called ghost hunters laid traps all over the place. They insist that it's to catch spirits, haunting the mines. They don't leave soon. The only thing they'll be catching is my boot to their backside.
All right. I'll show you in a minute, Jay. All right, Overseer, why are there ghost hunters here? What's going on?
Blackreach isn't for the faint of heart. When we first came down here, we lost people to animal attacks. That's gotten better, but now everyone's spooked about a few missing miners. Most don't realize it's not uncommon for workers to wander off.
Oh, okay. So you don't think there's a need for these ghost hunters then?
No. My wife Elle hired them. She said they'd ease people's minds, but the hawkers are only making things worse. You look capable. If you could expose them for the charlatans they are, Elle would kick them out. What do you say?
Ah,
It's a
interesting.
pain job.
I chuckle because that statement comes up a lot. Like, you look capable. You look like you can handle yourself. So therefore, having just met you, I'm going to give you this very important but dangerous quest. Anyway, yes, we'll see what we can do, Overseer.
The spirit-chasing fools are down in the settlement, likely setting more traps for people to trip over. The damn things covered one of my workers in paint and nearly took off his leg earlier. Shore's bones. I wish my wife hadn't hired these idiots.
Well, it's bad enough that they've got annoying ghost hunters just to quiet the population, because apparently miners are really superstitious, we learned last session as well. And then alone, if they're making dangerous traps on top of that. All right, Overseer, what is this place? We need to learn more.
We call it Dusktown. It's the Bitterblade Mining Consortium settlement. We're not a big organization. There's only about a dozen of us. Most of the work that goes on here is under the table. We're a small operation, but sturdy.
Yeah, it's also a bit of a, what do you call it? It's a bit of a front as well. Anyway, have you... And some of the missing miners, actually, that he mentioned, are likely being fed on by the vampires controlling this whole operation. Have you had much success down here, Overseer?
Well, there's no shortage of rare materials, that's for sure. But most of what we find is an abundance of creatures that want to sink their teeth into us. It's dangerous work, but everyone who signed on knew the risks going in.
Yeah, that's always a throwaway line too. All right, do you do most of your mining nearby?
Yes, but you'll do well to remember that the mines are strictly off limits to anyone who isn't under my employ.
Right.
If you're looking for work, come find me once you run off these ghost-hunting buffoons. Until then, I recommend you keep your distance.
All right, yes, sir. Do you know where your missing miners might have gone?
Blackreach is a hard place. You spend any amount of time down there and you'll learn that quick. Unfortunately, some people forget that and get in their heads to go exploring. That's usually the last we see of them.
It's also a hard place when you're playing Elder Scrolls V Skyrim as well. Like, I love it because it's cool, it's impressive, it's got great, ambience, vibes, visuals, everything. But it's also confusing and you get lost and, that gets really frustrating. Don't really have that problem in ESO so much because you can sort of teleport around a lot easier if need be. Plus, it's a bit more open and the camera zoomed out a bit more, so I think that helps too. But anyway, Overseer, you think the missing miners just wandered off?
Wandered off and got eaten, more like. Either that or the darkness got to them. The isolation, the lack of sun. We've learned how to stay safe down here, but you can't protect people from everything. Especially not their own minds.
And safe from themselves, yeah. Alright, thank you, Overseer. So Menelaya, you're organising yourself to return to streaming. Your schedule is a bit more steady, only in the mornings. Okay, but you work so much since you've been promoted. Yeah, yes. I mean, that's one of the things that's made my streaming life a bit harder in the last couple of years is my work has also grown more intense in real life, and I don't have as much time for one, but also mental capacity sometimes to do it, especially with my Skyrim, Starfield, and Fallout modding projects as well. But anyway, it's all good. It's all positive things still, right? It's kind of a nice problem to have, you know, having stable work and whatever else. But anyway, Jay, let's talk to Sharp. Yeah, I'll just give you a little sample of the voice. It's the same voice.
I'm listening.
Sharp as night. Let's talk about our partnership.
Fine. Only because it's you asking.
Yeah, how do you feel about our friendship?
Trust always seemed like something I'd never find with another person. But, like most good things in my life, I found it with you.
Ah, isn't that touching? I have completed all of his companion quests and everything. We are maximum friendship level. Let's talk about something else.
I'm with you.
All right. Partnership?
Mushy stuff, All right.
Tell me something about yourself.
Fishing is the closest I get to relaxing, and it always seems like I get better bites when sharing a fishing spot with someone else. So, if you ever want to cast some lines together, I can think of worse ways to spend our time.
Very good. Thank you very much, Garrus. Sharp. I'm not going to go fishing. Sorry, dude. Fishing is not my thing. That is way too tedious. Bright, however, has done nearly all of the fishing achievements in Elder Scrolls Online. And Sharp as Knight, once you've got him in your party, he gives you a buff to enhance your fishing catching capabilities. So Bright has spent lots of time hanging out with Sharp. No worries, Moon. Thanks for dropping in. Looking forward to seeing you getting back on the streaming scene. We will catch you there, and I hope you have an awesome day. And Jay, yeah, it's a perfect match, isn't it? Like, you know, the voice actor for Garrus as an Argonian, like, it's such a perfect combination, and the personality is awesome too. He doesn't like cities, he doesn't like people, and he doesn't talk too much, but he'll just make those little comments, and it's fantastic. I love it. Bright's got her priorities. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, she's a little bit of an achievement hunter as well. But yeah, I'm genuinely impressed. Like, there's a whole bunch of fishing stuff in this game, and she's got a lot of it. Nearly all of it. All right, ghost hunters down here.
Claudina, truly excellent work. Phoebe, we have a visitor.
Yes, you do.
Watch your step. Would hate for you to lose a foot when we've only just met.
Oh, it's a good wind-down activity. That is true. A lot of the time when playing RPGs, like, I'll do a lot of the action, then to wind down, I'll do like the slower inventory management or dialogue pieces and whatever else. But yeah, fishing, yeah, that's true. That's a very relaxing pastime. And Jay, you like the fishing in Final Fantasy XIV? Oh, and WoW. Oh, I couldn't get into it in WoW either, so that's why I knew when they introduced it in ESO that I was not going to be participating very much. Yeah, you should check it out. Look, as far as fishing mechanics go, it actually is pretty decent. And then if you get to hang out with Garrus over here, well, even better, right? You did all the achievements in WoW. Oh, that's impressive. All right, Phoebe, what's the deal?
Hello! You're rather strapping, aren't you? If you're here about the traps, there's no need to worry. Claudina fixed them right up. She's really quite good at this. I can almost guarantee that they won't trip anyone else today.
Almost. I can almost guarantee. Yeah, your voice doesn't quite sell it. What are they supposed to catch?
Spirits, of course. Ideally, the ones that have been terrorizing these poor people. My mentor and I have been given the important responsibility of investigating the mysterious disappearances down here. We're supernatural specialists of a sort.
I see. Have you found anything?
We're perilously close. Claudina has been doing this for years. She's practically an expert. I'm just her apprentice, but so far there hasn't been a case that we couldn't solve. Dusktown is in capable hands.
Right. The Overseer wants you to leave, though.
Leave? But we're so close to figuring this out. If we just had a little more time, and maybe a set of extra hands? You look very clever. I'm sure if you joined us, we'd solve this in no time. Interested? Claudina would reward you, I'm sure.
All right, what needs to be done?
We identified a few spots with reported spiritual activity. Here, take Claudina's notes. The hope is that placing traps here will increase our chances of capturing an entity and figuring out what happened to the missing miners. Exciting, right?
Super exciting. What do you think happened to the miners?
I'm not sure. I used to try and guess the conclusions of our cases, but I was almost always wrong. Claudina says not to speculate too early. Each case is different and requires a different approach. Okay. I hope the missing people are safe at any rate.
So they're trying to be scientific about it. Well, here's the thing, like, spirits do exist in this universe, so ghost hunting could be a legitimate profession. Also could mean that you've got more fake ghost hunters who don't know what they're doing as a result as well. Anyway, let's see what happens. All right, Phoebe, who are you exactly?
Me? Oh, I'm practically no one. I'm just a mage that never really fit in anywhere. That is, until I heard of Claudina's exploits. I've always been obsessed with her work, so I tracked her down and begged her to take me on as her assistant.
Perfect. All right. And what's Claudina's story?
I don't possibly have the time to tell you of her many amazing exploits. Claudina is a renowned figure when it comes to the study of the supernatural. She's had a lustrous career and published much of her work. You should read some. She's my hero.
Wow, okay. Hero. How did you convince her to let you be your assistant? Her assistant?
It wasn't easy. Claudina built her business herself. After her husband died, she used his fortune to pursue her studies, and has been on her own ever since. But I think she saw the benefit in a pair of young hands, and an eager mind.
Okay, fair enough. So what will these traps do anyway?
Oh, what a wonderful question. I won't bore you with the details, though they are fascinating. Essentially, these traps will magically weaken the spirit. Once it passes through the physical barrier, the warding spells render it unable to move.
Okay, so you've done this before?
Absolutely! My very first case with Claudina, we captured a very powerful ghost with such a trap. I'll never forget. It burst forth from the wardrobe and I nearly died of fright. Thankfully, Claudina pushed me out of the way, just in time.
Okay, so they're still quite dangerous then. Okay. So, Brighton J, yeah, pretty peaceful spots in ESO for fishing. Skyrim also has fishing now. There was a creation as part of the old creation club that added fishing. And now as part of the anniversary edition, I think it's included. So if you buy, or if you, I think it's a free upgrade too, or I can't quite remember how that works. Anyway, Skyrim Anniversary Edition has fishing included. Now, if you've got a whole bunch of mods stacked on to uplift the visuals, that would be absolutely amazing for a fishing and tune out kind of thing, because some of the most peaceful things and scenes that I can think of if I need to relax or something like that is spots in Skyrim, especially near Whiterun and near Riverwood, like the rivers and the streams there. It's just so good. And then the penultimate would be Skyrim VR, fully modded with all the VR mods for the controls and all the graphical mods, and then doing fishing by a stream somewhere. Just missing Garrus. That would top it off. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, let's go place these traps and see what happens.
I simply must write down this new development.
Focus on the task at hand, Phoebe. There will be time for that later.
Yes, time for that later. Alright, let's see what's going on here. At the end of the day, the missing miners are probably being eaten by vampires. We even read notes that might suggest that. Speaking of vampires, I'm also a vampire and can run invisible. Mod in Garrus and we're all set, yeah. There's a note. Holy Sweet Roll Liturgy. That is a... Oh, it's a poem. All hail the Holy Sweet Roll. Worthy poem, I guess. That's something we should do one day. That's something we should get Muna Leia to do. She should do a stream, cooking, but like sweet rolls from Skyrim. That would be cool. Where is this? Point. There it is. You could go fishing with Inigo in Skyrim otherwise. Inigo's a pretty cool, chill guy. I mean, he's no Garrus, but Inigo is quite iconic. I can't play Skyrim with no Inigo. And that's an old mod too. Alright, find Phoebe. I do want to do a Skyrim playthrough on stream at some point. With all the good mods, but not too many mods, because too many mods, things can go a bit wonky, and that's not my style. And Fallout, I want to play Fallout sometime this year, maybe? Ah, too many games. Jay actually got gifted the Thetis and Final Fantasy 14 cookbooks. Thetis! So is in, Thetis is in Dragon Age. They have recipes from Dragon Age today. That would be interesting. Alright, Phoebe.
You're back! Did you have any trouble setting up the traps?
Nope. I just got distracted talking about other games. The traps are placed.
Great work! You're a natural. Have you ever considered making this your life's work? It's really quite rewarding, and you certainly have the aptitude for it. Anyway, I'm sure Elle will be relieved to hear that they're all set up now.
Okay, so who is Elle anyway?
Elle Bitterblade, the head of Dusktown.
Oh.
She hired us, though she's been understandably doubtful since her husband, Overseer Earlvar, kicked us out of the mines earlier. Maybe you could help smooth things over by telling her the traps are set up?
Okay, I guess.
Oh, thank you so much. Claudina and I are good with the spirit side of things, but we struggle with people. If you talk to Elle and assure her that we're doing everything we can, she'd probably feel better. She should be right outside the mines.
Okay, why were you kicked out of the mines, though?
Well, remember what I said earlier about the traps?
Mm-hmm.
We had an incident with the mine foreman, but he wasn't in any danger. We freed his leg easily and got all the paint off. We fixed the traps, but nonetheless, the mines are off limits to us now.
All right. And is Claudine going to say anything else?
You're going to talk to Elle? Good. You have my gratitude. The less people I have to deal with, the better I can concentrate on my work.
All right. Where is she? This way?
Claudina, say more about your process. I want to capture everything in my notes.
This way. So, the Dragon Age cookbook. It's written by one of the Kuslan family cooks. Now, let's test my knowledge. The Kuslan family is the human noble family, right?
They didn't stop in Dusktown. Went straight for those dwarven...
That the human noble origin is from?
It's a secret. And they sure didn't look like miners to me.
They weren't miners, they were dodgy vampires, sir. Alright, so up here?
Go on, please. There's no need for alarm.
But Captain Agaron is missing now. Who will protect us?
We don't need protection. We're perfectly safe.
You're wrong. There's something evil haunting this place, and we're its next victims.
Yes, there is.
You should get out of Blackreach while you still can, stranger. The mines are haunted. Our leaders may be trying to pretend nothing's wrong, but they're not fooling anyone. This place is angry. We never should have come down here.
So you think the mines are haunted, then?
What else could it be? The job offer I responded to promised profits from a new and exciting secret mining venture. But ever since we got down here, we've had nothing but trouble. There's something evil in Blackreach, and it ain't worth the money.
Well, that's what we're trying to get to the bottom of as well. Do you think the ghost hunters Elle hired? Do you think they're helping?
Hard to say. They seem capable enough. But what if what we're up against is too big for them? This whole place is one giant unknown. Blackreach doesn't abide by the same rules as everywhere else. Maybe its spirits don't either.
Well, it is a giant place. Like, phenomenally huge. Elle and Overseer Earlvar seem to think the missing people might have wandered off.
I don't think either of them really believe that. They're just trying to keep everyone from panicking. They can only make excuses for so long. Sooner or later, they'll have to come to terms with the fact that something down here wants us all dead.
Alright. So what do you say, Elle?
I'm beginning to think hiring those ghost hunters was a mistake. I thought it would make everyone feel a little safer to know we were looking into it, but it's just made everything worse.
I came to tell you that they've finished setting up the traps.
Are you another one of that woman's assistants? Look, when I hired those two, they assured me that they had things well in hand. But we've got another person missing, and my people are scrambling over themselves in their fear.
So who's missing, then?
My town guard, Captain Agron. He was last seen at the administrative offices, but then he didn't show up for his posting. He just up and vanished, same as the others.
Guard, Captain. That's unlikely. Do you think he wandered off?
Possibly, but I wouldn't have taken Captain Agaron for a deserter. If you're helping those ghost hunters, would you take a look in the offices? My people are scared. I'd like to have a working theory to give them, at least.
Alright, we'll check the offices.
Here, take my keys. They'll give you access. But please, keep your investigation out of the mines. After that incident this morning, Erlvar only wants workers down there. Best to keep everyone safe.
Guessing we're going to be going down there at some point. What do you think is really going on here?
At this point, I'm ready to believe it's all a grand joke being played at my expense. I don't know if it's just miners wandering off, or if it's malevolent spirits. But if this doesn't get figured out soon, my whole operation is going under.
That sounds bad. Can you tell me more about the mining consortium?
I started this venture with my husband. Supposing all of this chaos doesn't completely ruin us, our goal is to be the first to capitalize on Blackreach's frontier. A few days ago, I would have told you we were doing just that. Now, I'm not so sure.
Okay. And what does the Overseer say now?
Are you investigating this now as well? We already have too many people involved as it is.
Alright, so the offices are up around here somewhere.
This is the place, Claudina. The locals say Captain Agron disappeared from this very spot.
It's locked. We must find a way inside.
I have the key after I... Nope, they don't want to talk. Okay. We have the key, Claudina.
This site is vital to the investigation. Perhaps we should break down the door. Talk to Phoebe. I need space to come up with a solution.
Phoebe.
Oh good, you're just in time. We've hit a wall in the investigation. How did it go with Elle?
No, you've hit a door. That's what you've hit. She's given me the keys to said door to investigate the offices.
Oh, great! That's wonderful! Now we don't have to find another way inside. I keep telling Claudina you're a natural. You've just taken to all of this so splendidly.
Yes, we're amazing.
You get to participate in the ceremony.
What ceremony?
I envy you, getting to experience it for the first time. Basically, if Captain Agron disappeared here, there might be some kind of spiritual residue left over from whatever took place. We need to conduct a ritual to try and harness it.
Alright, I guess I'll help with the ceremony then.
Here, you take the spirit summoning whistle. When I spread the salts, you blow it. And if there are any spirits remaining in the area, the tone will force them out of hiding. It's a big responsibility, but I know you're ready for it.
Oh, does it actually work, blowing a whistle?
It varies by situation, but I've seen it work well over a dozen times. Some spirits find it more annoying than anything, but others are very susceptible to the sound. There are few supernatural beings that can ignore it, however.
Okay, powerful whistle. Sounds good. In we go. So, Jay, been a while since you've sketched anything. You feel like you can't draw. Hey, that's me all the time. I can't draw. What even is a face? I don't know, some round things with some other round bits in it. Am I remembering correctly, by the way, that you are one of the individuals who doesn't have the visual thing, like the conscious visualization capability? I don't know what the words are. Yet somehow you're still an amazing artist. I would have thought you'd need both. Aphantasia. That's the one. That means no visualization in your mind, right? Like the complete opposite to me. I've got visualization, I've got voices talking over the top of each other, I've got thoughts colliding at a million miles an hour. Must be peaceful. It sounds very peaceful. Yeah, I think that just makes it all the more impressive to be able to draw as well as you can.
We're onto something. All right, here go the smelling salts. Get ready with the whistle.
All right, get the whistle ready. I can visualize stuff really, really well, but I can't turn that into paper or anything. It can also be no inner dialogue, but you do have the dialogue, just the no pictures. Yeah, that blew my mind when I first heard that some people have no inner dialogue. I didn't know that was a possibility. I have a lot of inner dialogue. All right, let's blow this silly whistle.
Do you hear that? It's coming from upstairs.
Slow down, Phoebe. Be vigilant, not hurried.
Yeah, and let us do the fighting.
Did you see that basket move?
I did not see it move, no. But I'm gonna investigate. Oh, that's a cat.
Phoebe, wait. What have I told you about jumping to conclusions?
Oh, poor puss puss. Off it goes. We do have a note here. Missing miners. Daily endeavor. Read one book. Captain Agaran, I implore you, stop investigating the disappearances so loudly. If word gets out that miners are disappearing, the town will panic. You know how superstitious the workers are. I'm sure a logical explanation will surface soon. If you must continue this, can we at least speak privately about how you may do so subtly? Meet me in the caverns behind town to talk about a reasonable plan of action. I would invite you to my office, but again, discretion is of the utmost importance. Let's not attract any more attention than we already have. Signed, Ulvar. Ooh, maybe Ulvar is involved? Or maybe Ulvar has formed his own plot to just keep everyone under control and happy. The plot thickens. Claudina.
You'll have to forgive Phoebe. She's still young, and for all her scholarly knowledge, she's prone to startling at the slightest provocation.
Yeah.
Did you find anything worthwhile?
Oh, we did. We found proof that Captain Agaran was looking for the missing miners.
Let me see that. This is from Ulvar, the mine overseer. Could it be mere coincidence that the town guard investigating the mystery of the miners just happens to be the next to go missing?
No.
I think not. There is something amiss here.
All right, are you familiar with the cavern he mentions in the letter?
I have some idea. There's one just below, tucked away in the back of the town.
Okay.
Phoebe may be indisposed for the moment, so I'm counting on you to join me. Keep her whistle on you. We may need it.
Okay. That we can do. So, Jay, no visualization, but you do have inner dialogue, but you dream in pictures. Interesting. Do you also have the audio to go with said pictures? Or does it flip, where it's silent but just pictures? Oh man, that would be creepy. As you can imagine, I have very vivid
What was all that screaming?
dreams.
Oh, no worries here. All part of the process, I assure you.
My people are scared enough as it is, and these excessive displays are just making things worse. You all need to figure this out.
We will. We are doing the figuring. Figuring of out. This way. Down. And around.
I'm certain these are the caves mentioned in the letter. Use the spirit whistle here.
All right.
What was that? It came from inside.
I heard nothing. Spider. Always spider. So Jay, no, it is silent, but you don't know... What? But you know what sounds are happening. You don't actually hear anything, just like you know what color something is. The dream is only in black and white. Oh, that is so mad. That is crazy. Sounds like the complete opposite to my dreams. My dreams, as you can imagine, are very clear, very vivid, sometimes lots of story activities taking place. And sometimes I'll have dreams so strong that they form fake memories for a time, both in the dream and shortly after I wake up. I can be a little bit disoriented if I was having a strong dream, where I'll have, yeah, some sort of fake memories or something as a result, and then things just fade out and come back to normal. It's so weird. Always had it entire life. Very confusing. Very interesting, I guess. Some of the dreams that I've had, that I've shared with friends, they should just love hearing about the dreams. And Grizz, you dream in black and white as well. What? Are you serious? I didn't know that. That is... Oh, I can't even fathom that. Dreaming in black and white. It just makes me think of... Is it Pleasantville? No. Pleasantville is Yeah, Pleasantville. I was thinking of Smallville for a second, the Superman thing. No, Pleasantville with Tobey Maguire. Is that... is that this... Oh, okay. Anyway. Oh, here we go. Overseer's already down here, and here's the captain.
No. Gods, no.
Interesting. Let's just grab these herbs whilst we're here. Grease with a spoon. Not a knife. Claudina.
Is that the missing captain?
Yeah.
Let's find out what happened to him.
Hyperphantasia is a thing too. So what's hyperphantasia? The opposite. So too many colors, mixed up colors and sounds. Overseer.
Captain Agaron, he's dead. How can he be dead? This wasn't supposed to happen. None of this was supposed to happen.
What's going on here, Overseer?
I don't know. I was supposed to meet Captain Agron, but as I passed the caves, I heard a cry. I ran in to find him bleeding out. He died before I could ask what happened. Agron was a fine man. He didn't deserve this fate. This is unacceptable.
Yes. Did you see who attacked him or what attacked him?
No, I didn't. You two need to leave. Stop investigating this. Gather your assistant, pack your things, and get out of Blackreach. This is getting far too dangerous, and I don't want to see anyone else get hurt.
Convenient. What do you mean?
We're wasting time. Just go.
We need to talk.
We're not going, because that's the most suspicious thing I've heard in quite a while. All right, Claudinia.
I feel Overseer Erlvar knows more than he told us.
Yeah.
The last thing we should do is heed his advice to quit now.
I agree. Why would he mislead us, though?
That I do not know. But he seems to be increasingly agitated as we continue to investigate.
Yes.
I may deal in spirits more often than I deal with the living. But I know when I'm being led by the nose. He's hiding something. Let's find out what.
Ooh, how do we do that?
Captain Agaron's wounds are fresh, which means the culprit can't have gone far. We didn't see anything on our way in, so whatever attacked him must have left through the other side of the cave. We
Okay.
should see if we can pick up its trail.
Okay. Sounds good.
Come, it can't have gone far.
First, I need to collect that, what looks like, crimson... Is this crimson nernroot? It is! I don't know what we do with it, but we've got some. So Jay, hyperphantasia is a thing too. Super vivid visualizations with all the senses, and dreams can be so intense they seem like memories. That's what I get. Lots of ADHD folk you have met also have hyperphantasia, oddly enough. Sounds very much like my situation. Let's take out these bugs. Yeah, the whole memory thing is so weird because you sort of... Sometimes I'm in a dream and I also forget like who people are. Like there'll be a family member there, or I'll be in the dream setting. I'll have no family, and I'll generally try and remember them. Like, oh no, I have no family. But then I'm like, hang on, doesn't seem right. Something seems amiss there. And then you wake up and all the memories come back. But it's so weird. Very disorienting when it carries over when you wake up initially too. I had a weird dream the other day. Here we go. Now we're really getting sidetracked. I think it was sometime last week. I had a deep dream, and in the dream there was something around like some sort of theft crime going on that maybe I was involved with. Can't quite remember the specifics, but then I was worried, like, no, sort of I walked away from it, didn't get involved. Then I was worried about, oh, what about that time where I broke into that office building because I was mucking around with snooping on the cameras and how to get in there and just wanted to see if I could get in there and all this sort of stuff. Oh, well, that was years ago now, but there might be footage. Oh, I wonder if they've got thing in my face. One of them come out right at this. I hadn't done any of that, but I'd woken up thinking, fuck, a lot of that's not real. Was that real? No, that wasn't real. I never did anything like that. But for a brief period, it felt like I had some real memories of something that had never taken place. It's so fucking weird. I don't get that all the time, but when I do, it's super disorienting, super weird. You've got to let it just fade out. Eventually they just fade away, and then your real memories return, but Jay, you think you'd be overwhelmed too much going on visually? You tend to get overwhelmed with color and movement or visual noise. Ooh. Visual noise I'm not too bad with, but audio noise, whew, that's why corporate office buildings are a challenge for me. Play a movie in your head, seems fun, yeah. Am I tired when I wake up? Funny enough, no. If I have a really deep, strong dream, it's usually because I've been in a deeper sleep, so I actually tend to be more refreshed as a result of having a more intense, full-on dream.
Whatever killed Captain Agaron must have triggered one of our traps. There's footprints.
Ah, so the actual traps are gonna pay off, are they? That's interesting.
Follow those footprints. This thing's not getting away.
Yes, ma'am. Stop talking about dreams and catch some ghosts. Or at least some sort of beastie attackers. Or what might turn out to be a vampire or someone acting nefariously. Brains are so weird. I agree. Can be fun. Can be not fun. Alright, we got all the way over here. This leading back up to where we were.
Rivals. They didn't stop in Dusktown. Went straight for those dwarven ruins.
I thought we were trying to keep this place a secret.
Are you talking about us when we first arrived? Anyway. Up we go. Back to the... Nope, not to the office. Off the edge. Interesting. I love the soundtrack in this place. That's not burps.
Spirits don't use trapdoors.
Let's just grab this little water skin over here. Ooh, trespassing.
Be one with the shadows. We cannot afford to be seen.
Really? Wow. That just means I'm gonna go with my stupid stealthy... I'll try that again. Super stealthy
You seek to improve.
configuration. Using the shadow line from the Nightblade. Subclassing is fun. The armory makes it even more fun and universal. So we can bring Sharp as Night back. And we can perfectly invisible. No one is catching us. I've also got the mythic helm that will identify and highlight guards or people who might bust us.
Mist.
Ooh.
Follow it.
That's a vampiric. That's someone in vampire mist form. There's someone up there. I can't do as much combat damage like this though, but we're just questing it.
It's over. Stay low.
Bruick, killing Captain Agran was not part of our deal.
There we go.
I am a vampire, Erlvar. I have needs. I made that clear when you hired me.
I hired you to protect my people. This was not what we agreed. You've taken it too far.
Who are you to reprimand me? You haven't seen too far. Just wait.
It's all beginning to make sense.
I wonder the ability to disappear into a cloud of bats. That's cool. Maybe they're a different vampire strain. Talk to Claudina. Okay.
Overseer Erlvar employed a vampire to protect the mine. How dastardly. I believe that explains the missing miners quite succinctly. He must have given the vampire people in exchange for protection for the rest of his workers. But from what, I wonder?
Also, vampires don't have to kill their targets in order to feed. In the lore of the Elder Scrolls. Generally speaking. Anyway, how do we tell Elle what we discovered? Or should we tell?
Not yet. Despite our ingenious detective work, right now it's still the Overseer's word against ours. And he's already given Elle reason to distrust us.
Right.
What we need is definitive proof. Then she'll have to listen.
Okie dokie. That's what we'll do. How do we find that?
I believe the Overseer's office is just across the mine. We should investigate. Of course, we have to find a way in first. Perhaps you could pick the lock, or steal his key. I'm somewhat out of my element now.
Don't worry, we'll find a way.
Excellent. You are truly the purveyor of justice Phoebe made you out to be.
Right.
Just be careful. If we manage to get ourselves caught, we won't get the chance to prove anything.
No worries. I could be super sneaky, no problems. Jay's gonna disappear for a bit, do adulty things, no worries. Have fun with that. We will see you soon. That's the wrong button.
I summoned the guard.
Fuck. Got busted. I got busted because I cast a healing spell. Damn it. Oh well, the bounty should just disappear on its own. Right when Grizz was watching too. I always fail stealth missions when Grizz is watching. Alright, we're not gonna take them out. We need to go up here somewhere, is it? Complete one. Steal the key or pick the lock. Oh, let's just pick the lock. So that's where he is to steal the key. This way must be to get into the building. Yep. So this is the thick of the mines. There's a lot of workers down here. A lot of workers in the mine. Big operation. Alright, here is the office. Let's break on in. Fully invisible again. Upstairs we go, is it? There's a note somewhere. Oh, there it is. Letter to the Overseer.
What did you find?
Okay. More and more vampires arrive in Blackreach every day. Their attacks grow more frequent. I can only fight off so many before your miners realize the danger and abandon the town. I believe Captain Agaran already suspects something. You must speak with him soon to quell his concerns. As promised, I'm doing all that I can to protect your venture. But with the rise in attacks, the situation is more arduous than I anticipated. Due to the increased risk, I require additional blood donors, preferably weaker targets whose disappearance will likely go unnoticed. If you have reservations about this, remember that I have proof of our arrangement. If you want this to remain between us, do as I ask. Ruick. So, he hired a vampire to protect them from other vampires? And vampire attacks? What? It's just Vampire City everywhere we go. What do you think, Claudina?
That look on your face. Tell me you found something.
We did. This proves Overseer Erlvar gave miners to a vampire in exchange for the protection.
And explains what he was trying to protect his people from. It is not enough to simply turn this evidence over to El. I was hired to help this town. Spirits or no, I have a responsibility. We must stop this horror.
Okay. How do we do that? What do we do?
The vampire seemed as though he was threatening Overseer Erlvar at the end of their altercation. Perhaps he's planning some kind of retaliation. If so, there's a chance we could catch him in the act if we find him.
So let's track him down then.
We need to investigate the mines. There has to be a clue that will point us in the direction of that monster. Let's leave here. Dusktown needs us.
Yes, indeed. Let's go. Find the vampire is the objective. All right. So we're gonna find... It's got a big search area here, that's all it says. Find the vampire, just in the circle. Alright, let's cut some laps. Running around Invisible.
The vampire. Follow him, but stay out of sight.
Okay, here we go. For anyone wondering how I'm doing this, by the way, is you stack in lots of mana in your stats and you use the Darlock Bray set, which recovers, whilst you're sneaking, recovers mana and stamina and health. And so with enough efficiencies, we can actually slowly recover mana whilst not moving, and whilst we are moving, well, it consumes more, but it also still gives us some restoration. Very cool. Great combo. Oh, it's the best. For doing all the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood stuff, this is how you do it. It's also a PvP tactic as well, some people do. I am terrible at PvP, so it hasn't really worked so well for me. But the PvE sneaky content, it is amazing. Especially because sneaking plus MMOs on servers can be a little bit wonky and buggy, so this is definitely the way to do it. Now I can see we're getting a bit low on mana, so let's just
We have to stop him.
Drink a potion and... Oh, he's just killed someone. Okay.
Curse him. We'll never be able to catch him like this. How do we apprehend a man who can vanish into thin air right before our eyes?
Do you have anything that can trap him, perhaps?
Vampires do not obey the same laws as specters and ghosts. My tools would be useless against him. Unless... Phoebe's whistle. Do you still have it? It's designed to emit a tone that's unsavory to immortal creatures.
That includes...
Perhaps it will disturb him.
That includes us, the ones blowing the whistle. Oh, there's a plot hole here. Anyway, never mind. Do you think it will work?
It's impossible to say without evidence. But it wasn't made specifically with spirits in mind, so there is a chance. Go on, try it. This is the only plan we've got.
Alright, sure. Hey, Vampy. Oh, come back here. Copper whistle. Oh, he didn't like it.
There he goes. Follow him. More bodies. He's leaving a trail.
Why is he killing everyone on the way through? That's kind of dumb. Why such death? Doesn't need to kill people to get away from us. It's very dumb. Normally the writing's pretty good. I'm not fully on board with this one. Alright, let's... Oh, we can sneak straight past this stupid spider. More gross spiders.
Come, he's not getting away.
You'll die like all the rest.
We shall see about that. So we got to kill him, do we? Looks like it. Okay. I have vampire abilities too. Knock him down, that's it. Ow. Vampire fight! Sit down. Sit your ass down. That's it. There we go. Does he have any good loot? He does not. List of targets. Ooh. The following miners have been underperforming of late. Oh, brutal. If they happen to disappear, they would not be missed. I hope they make suitable donors for you. Please make their deaths quick. I do not want them to suffer needlessly. Adrid, drunk, disorderly behavior. Drever, stole from the mess hall. Harold, lazy, performs half the work. A word of caution, the miners are starting to grow concerned about these disappearances. The more you can space these out, the better. I don't want Elle getting wind of our arrangement. Things will end badly for both of us should my wife discover my involvement. Overseer Erlvar, yep, that's quite damning evidence right there. And what is this? A vial of blood. Right.
We have our proof. Let us return to Dusktown.
Alright, and apparently there's a shortcut here. Excellent. Actually, we can sprint run invisible. Okay. Yep, that hurt. Heal up and up we go. Yeah. Okay, no longer trespassing, and...
You heard that King Lelorian has returned?
He's going to lead the Fighters Guild now.
Did I know that? Did I hear that? I can't remember if I knew that. I must have known that. That must be the end of the Fighters Guild questline, actually. So, yeah, must be. I don't know, there's so many quests and stories you do in this game, you forget. We're going to need to do what Grizz has done and then just play another character through all the quests and stories again so I can remember them.
This is ridiculous. You can't waltz in here and accuse me of such a thing.
My husband would never do something so insane. I don't suppose you have any proof.
Oh, yeah.
What proof could they possibly have?
Quite a bit. What do you think, Phoebe?
I was so worried about you and Claudina. I'm glad you're back safe. You can regale me with the story later. Go and talk to Elle.
All right. Claudina?
Go on, my brave apprentice. You should have the honor of presenting the evidence to Elle.
Oh.
You've certainly worked hard enough for it.
So well, thank you.
Time everyone learns what kind of man Overseer Erlvar really is.
A little bit condescending. We're the apprentice, apparently. Never mind all the other heroics we've done. Overseer, what do you say?
This entire charade is ridiculous. No one will listen to a word you say.
We'll see about that. Elle.
You and your associates accuse my husband of outrageous actions. Making deals with monsters? Murder?
Yes. Yes.
I hope you have a damn good reason.
Ooh, we do. We have proof.
Let me see that. Donors? But I don't understand. You can't mean... Erlvar was feeding innocent miners to a vampire in order to keep everyone safe? Yep. How could this happen? How could I not have known? These were my people!
They were. Overseer Erlvar tried to confront the vampire, but it was already too late.
The fact that he realized he was in over his head doesn't excuse the abhorrent decision in the first place.
Yep.
This is sickening. We both want to protect our people, but to think he'd resort to something so barbaric.
This is not the way. Yes, well, at least you have answers now, so that's a plus. Yeah.
You're right. We would have been left to wonder and kept losing people were it not for you and those two over there. Just tell me one thing. Did you kill the vampire responsible?
Yes, very much so.
Good. Good. At least there's that. Erlvar, you foolish man. What have you done?
Well, that's quite a criminal action too, right? One thing to be foolish, but that's actual crimes.
Everything is ruined. I swear to you, I was only trying to keep my people safe.
By killing some of the other people, sure.
Another case solved. Though we weren't dealing in spirits today, I have no doubt you'd make a fine ghost hunter.
Thanks.
You have a natural talent for investigation. Elle has my sympathy. It is not easy to condemn someone you love.
She seems to be taking it pretty well so far, actually.
She is strong. She will be fine. Anyway, it was an honor to work with you. If you ever find yourself tangled in the world of spirits again, I do hope you'll seek us out. Here, take this for your time. You undoubtedly deserve it.
Oh, hang on. I need to switch the armory, because we're trying to power level the healing skills. The subclassing setup. There we go. Double check, nothing is... Green balance is what we're focusing on, with one restorative light. Yep, that is still good. Alright, now we turn in the quest.
Another case. She is strong. She will be fine.
Alright, thank you.
You know, I think Phoebe looks up to you. You've become a point of inspiration for her. I know we both hope our paths cross again.
Will the two of you stay in Dusttown then?
Perhaps. I still sense dark energies here. This place writhes with uneasy spirits. Overseer Erlvar was the culprit this time, but with him removed, perhaps the true spiritual mysteries of Blackreach will unravel themselves.
Are you happy we caught the Overseer?
Happiness is not something I often associate with my line of work. Dealing with the dead is often a somber affair. But dealing with the living can be too, I suppose. I am merely satisfied with our end result.
Alright, very good. Satisfaction is as good as we're going to get for now, is it? Alright, double check the skills here because one of them hit level 4. That's maxed. That's already off. Soothing Spores is now also maxed. So, we may as well pull that one off. Something from the Restoring Light tree in. Or is already there. Breath of Life. Throw that in then.
So many more.
So many mortals. Yes. Save. Double check my action. And a few times when accidentally overwriting the wrong build. Or, poor Grizz and Bright. Then hear me rant and complain to myself at my own silly, hasteful actions. There we go. Alright, and bring Sharp as Night back. Okie dokie. Any other final words from this lot?
I hope our 2 ghost hunters won't judge me too harshly for being a thorn in their side. Without them looking into this, Ultrawide would never have been exposed. I gave them a hard time, but they never gave up on Dusktown. I owe them.
Alright, well, we would have figured it out eventually, I reckon. Is there any future for the mining consortium after this?
I'm not giving up on this venture. Bitterblade Mining Consortium doesn't need Ultrawide, and neither do I. Now that we know what we're dealing with, we can take more reasonable measures to keep people safe. We're not sacrificing anyone else.
Good. Will the other vampires attack now that you don't have protection?
Maybe, but we can take precautions. It won't be perfect, but it's a lot better than giving up innocent people. Ultrawide thought that was the only way to save Dusktown, but he was desperate, and he panicked. I won't make the same mistake.
I'd love to know what her plan is. Alright. Is anything else?
I only did what I thought was necessary.
Why did you agree to work with Bruick?
I had no choice. We couldn't stop the attacks ourselves. We would have kept losing people if I hadn't made a deal with him. At least working with Bruick allowed me to control our losses. Losing 1 worker a week instead of 5 felt worth it.
Wow. Did you ever suspect he'd betray you?
No. I thought I had him in the palm of my hand. I provided him with a steady supply of blood, and I mistakenly thought that meant he relied on our working arrangement. He showed me the error of my ways. Now I'm paying the price for it.
Well, everyone else has paid the price for it. So it sounds like she's going to potentially, like, leave him? Divorce him?
Thanking me.
Ultrawide, you fool.
You silly bastard. Off she struts. Yes, good on you. Phoebe, what do you think?
You did it! I can't believe this was only your first case. You were incredible.
Yes, we were.
Remind me of Claudina. Oh, I want to be more like both of you.
Thanks.
Fearless, strong, unbeatable. Thank you for stepping up to help. We couldn't have done this without you.
Are you disappointed that we didn't deal with any actual spirits?
Yes and no. I was rather excited about the possibility of encountering a spirit down here. This is unmapped territory in both the physical and spiritual sense, after all. But I am glad we were able to help these people. It feels good to be of use.
Okay, what will you and Claudina do next?
I'm not quite sure. Claudina and I travel all over, wherever the work takes us. But wherever we end up, I hope you'll seek us out. Next time you see me, I'll be much braver and have quite a few more cases under my belt.
Very good. Alright, let's find our next side quest then. Jay has finished her side quest of adulting responsibilities. Well done. Alright, so we're still in the Dusktown area. It sounds like there's some stuff over here to look at, so let's venture in that direction.
Those new arrivals.
So I need to remember I'm meant to be doing a shorter session tonight too, so let's see if I can pull that
I
off.
thought we were trying to keep this place a secret, and they sure did.
This is not leading to... well, there's something up here, I guess. Oh, grab that one. Dishes side quest, the worst.
Good eye.
Thank you, Garrus. I do love that sharp as night sounds like Garrus. I should wear my Garrus t-shirt next time. But it also makes me lament that I do so love Mass Effect so much. So much. That's sort of how I got this streaming part of my channel up and running underway too. Mass Effect Legendary Edition 1, 2, and 3. All content, all quests. Great success, great game. We're finding up here a dead guy with a note. No. No note. Okay, so no quest there. Something. See it on the compass. There we go. This dead guy with a note. Kalban's to-do list. Okay. My goals for today. Find some mining samples and bring them to that damn Ingfred, the tall in Dusttown. Finish my poem to how do I say that? Ingaya? In the heart of Blackreach, you have stolen mine, and so I screech. You are my peach, I beseech. Good luck with that. Although, is this guy dead or just sleeping? Nope, he looks dead. Yep, that looks very dead. Okay, grab this. So Jay, have I played the Outer Worlds? Yes. Outer Worlds, yes. Outer Wilds, no. So Outer Worlds, you know, being the Space's Choice, that kind of thing, right? Made by Obsidian. I have played it. I streamed a bunch of it. I think, technically speaking, it's the first thing I ever streamed. I think. Yeah, I think I did Outer Worlds as a bit of a tryout and you know, test things out. And I think my sister Sparkle Sauce was also on remote camera for some of that too. I think she co-streamed some of that with me. Oh, I can't remember now, but it is on there. I enjoyed it. I know it was a smaller game. I thought it was well made. The story was kind of interesting. I didn't like the whole you can slow time a bit as a side effect of coming out of cryo. I thought that was a bit weak. Didn't like that. I also did not like the way that stealthing and sneak missions work. I get what they were trying to do. They're trying to simplify it. You go into a thing, you've got like a hologram disguise, and then all of a sudden, poof, it's gone. It doesn't work as a mechanic for me, so I didn't like that. Everything else, fantastic. Writing good, voice acting good, characters good, companions good. There's another one coming, isn't there? You just found out about it today. Oh, well. There might even be some expansions for it now. I only played the base game, and I played the base game, I think, not long after release. I don't quite remember. Anyway, we're gonna go find Ingfred the Tall. Not go around killing random trolls. Although that's fun. You heard the writing is fantastic. The second one is coming out soon. Yeah. The writing is decent. I didn't find it to be absolutely mind-blowing, but it was good. Definitely good. And the setting's good. I went about trying to do a pistol-wielding build. So I'd snipe with a pistol, I'd do short range with a pistol. I was all about pistols. That worked pretty well. The companions and how that work is pretty cool. I like that. Good companions. Havati, I remember being pretty awesome. She's one of the first ones you got. I don't remember any of the other names, but she stuck in my mind for some reason. Ingfred the Tall. Are you tall? Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Hold on! 27 geode crates, 15 pickaxes, 5 wheelbarrows, 42 fresh tourniquets. Okay, yeah, there's a lot to do, so I don't have much time. What is it?
I found these samples near Kalban's corpse.
Corpse, eh?
Yeah.
Well, call me not surprised. He never was any good at this. Always came off like he was better than us working folk. But the only thing he was good at was slacking. Alright, I'll pay you for his samples.
Alright, so you expected him to die?
Yeah, so what? He was going to die sooner or later. I didn't make him take the job, so him being dumb don't make me guilty. Just give me my samples and move along.
Wow, this guy is rough. Okay, here you go.
Judging by this bag, it looks like he died for nothing. Figures. Now I got to find a miner who actually knows how to prospect. Well, I said I'd pay you, so here you are.
Thanks.
Walk off, pal. No time for useless chatter.
Yeah, I forgot to switch to my powerlifting skills. Never mind. Dude, you are not very friendly.
Oh, boo-hoo. Mining is expensive and hard. It's even harder down here. Miners only survive when they're tough. How about you take your friendly and move along?
Alright. That was a very short quest. That's the opposite to the quest we did earlier, which was very long. This is a very short side quest. Okay. So Jay, the representation, yes. I can't remember what Pavati's deal was in the Outer Worlds, but yes, some representation there and done in a way that's just very seamless. Like, generally speaking, I think video games do a pretty good job of representation, and it just sort of usually seamlessly fits into the world, whereas some TV shows and movies, it's very forced, and that's kind of what's a bit of Disney's downfall at the moment, so that's a fail, I think, in those regards. But video games usually do it pretty smooth, and especially a lot of the video games, I think, in the 2010s through to maybe the 2020s. After that, sometimes it's starting to feel a bit forced and overemphasized in video games too, I think, occasionally. Pavati was the aspiromantic. Yes, but I don't remember what that means. You know, it's also an interesting happy side effect or accidental representation. It was cool because I read an article about this. When was it? Or maybe it was during COVID time, so it's a few years ago. No, it was after that, because it's after we'd already been playing through Mass Effect on stream. But it was maybe it was just a post or a feed, or I can't remember what it was, but it was of a deaf, I think it was a deaf girl, who was a Mass Effect fan, but obviously she was a big fan of Jack. So Jack is not deaf in the game, but Jack has earpiece things that look like hearing aids. And it was the first time, and I agree, I can't remember ever seeing anyone in any game having some kind of hearing aid thing. So this particular, teenage girl felt very, represented for the first time in a game, purely because Jack looks like she wears hearing aids. Now, obviously, Jack doesn't. They're not hearing aids, but it was enough. And this person, she knew it wasn't actually hearing aids, but it was enough that it, gave them some sort of reassurance, some self-confidence and whatever. I thought it was a delightful little happy accident. I thought it was really cool. I hope that, game designers and game devs keep doing subtle things like that. Got to make it subtle, make it fit. Don't force it, don't overemphasize it, but keep putting it in there. And it's good. Keep doing it. The implants, that's right. Yeah, the amp chips or whatever. Yeah. Well, I can't find any quest here that the map seems to think there is, so we might venture up to that one and see what that is. Otherwise, we'll venture somewhere else and find some other side quests. We'll take out some pesky farmer in the meantime. And gather some cloth reagents. Crafting, oh, sorry. Something over here. It's at least a note to pick up, right? And this takes us back here. So yeah, this didn't give us anything. Maybe it needs to come later, in a later phase. That's fine. We'll continue. It's a way forward. That looks like that's got a dead end there. So does that. I do have fast travel points unlocked somehow. So let's use fast travel, I guess. There's no one else here to jump to. Okie dokie. Let's do a good old-fashioned double jump. Or double teleport. Greers, if you're still listening, I'm assuming it's there's no issues if I jump around Blackreach to do some of the other side quests. I shouldn't need to wait till the main story takes us to some of those areas. Why don't we go up here? The Lightless Hollow, that sounds interesting. Alright, more side quest. Here we go. Alfgar, you look like you've got something.
I did what she hired me to do. No sense in feeling guilty for not doing more.
That sounds like there should be some guilt there. Bit of copium going on there. What's your deal, Alfgar?
If you're headed up that way, watch out for the crazy high elf lady.
Okay.
She's shrill enough to make even the nastiest critters down here tuck tail and run.
Right. What's the problem?
Her name's Talene. She hired me to find her husband, so I did. Now the old horker's going on about having one last adventure. He wants to go after some creatures in the mine. Talene asked me to join him, but I'm not trying to die down here.
Okay, that's actually quite smart. I agree with you, Alfgar. Alright, what are the creatures?
Don't know.
Chorus?
Don't find him if you're so curious. His name is Vigol. Says they used to call him the hero of the Hafengar back in his glory days. Got to admire his spirit, but you ask me, I think it's time for him to find a new line of work.
Alrighty, I'll go find Vigol. And we shall do an escort quest, I'm guessing. Oh, a little Nixad. That's a big Nixad. This thing is huge. They're meant to be smaller. Anyway.
Go on, get yourself killed, you old fool. See if I care.
Guessing that is the high elf, the wife. Pickles treats. You'd think all these years it'd have the recipe memorized. Okay, I don't care about that. Talene.
That man infuriates me so much I could incinerate him with a fire summoning, then dump his ashes into a resurrection pot just so I could do it again. I married the damn fool, so I suppose I have no one to blame but myself.
Is he a Nord? Wonder if he's a Nord. If he's getting old and she's an elf, I mean, she's not very old looking at all, right? But that's because elves live way, way longer. I hear your husband is tracking creatures in the mine.
You heard right. Vigol reached 73 years old last month, but still thinks he can adventure like he's 20. He heard rumors about strange beasts picking off miners down here, so he and Pickle set out to kill a few for old time's sake.
Pickle? Who the hell's Pickle?
Vigol's dog and favorite adventuring companion.
Of course.
I trust him to keep Vigol safe most days, but he's getting up in age too. Pa, I should have never married a Nord. Always with the heroics.
Hold it.
Would you help him?
Hold
I'll
it.
pay you what I can.
It's so funny too. That's a very un-Nordly thing to do. Nords typically are a little bit racist by default. They are typically very non-liking of elves, and in particular, high elves. Anyway, they're an unlikely couple. Good on them. I'll find Vigol and I'll keep him safe. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Vigol may be an old fool, but he's my old fool.
I was going to say he's mine.
Damn it, I don't know what I'd do without him.
Classic line.
You'll find him in the mine. He can't have gone far.
Yes,
I was
ma'am.
giving him an earful just a few minutes ago.
He's my old fool. Yep, very standard. All right, what can you tell me about the mine?
It's been abandoned for years. The locals call it Lightless Hollow. Some say it's haunted. Rumors started popping up about awful pale creatures lurking inside. There were attempts to reopen it, but the miners who tried never came back out.
Okay, tell me about Vigol then.
Besides being a courageous idiot, he's the greatest man I've ever known.
Wow.
He's proud, whip-smart, and surprisingly fit for his age. But he ignores his own limitations far too often. Now that he's getting older, I worry for his health.
That's fair. Okay. So Jay, the elf is quite hot. Yeah, so she broke the barrier. Well, he's punching above his weight probably too. Good on him. Also, it's nice to, because yeah, she's definitely a high elf. Yeah, it's nice to see a high elf that's actually reasonable to talk to. I did the entire Somerset. expansion, so all the quests here, and it's because I was trying to unlock the Psijic Order skill line. Oh man, it does not take long for you to get sick and tired and very disliking of High Elves being in the High Elf home area. Wah! Yep, they captured the essence well. Snobby dickheads. Oh, I kept complaining to Bright and Grizz constantly about how much I hate High Elves as a result. And then Bright plays a High Elf character in this, and then two of my other friends over Daisy and Judy, they both play High Elves. So I'm usually sometimes running in dungeons, and tomorrow night, Thursday night and Friday night, we might be doing that as part of the Undaunted event. I'll be running around with a bunch of pesky High Elves. Bright, even Bright doesn't like High Elves, and she loves a High Elf. Well, that's it. Not all High Elves are elitist, arrogant pricks. Some of them quite delightful. Like Talene here. And Bright, of course. Alright, into the mine we go. Let's see. What are we going to do? Protect an old Nord and his doggo. Not all High Elves. Yeah. The Bosma seem to be pretty decent folk, Jay, so you'd be happy with that. There's no negative connotations with the Bosma typically. It's just the High Elves.
What is it, Pickle? You smell something, boy.
Dude, you are looking fantastic for 73.
Lightless Hollow is a dangerous place to wander, friend. I've heard rumors of bloodthirsty creatures roaming these tunnels. I fear they might be the ones responsible for a group of missing miners. If you value your life, I advise you to turn back.
Bloodthirsty creatures, you say?
Yes, and that's putting it kindly if the rumors are true. I've heard them called a number of different things. Bogles, clattercoats, snow ghosts. Pale, hunched things with noses like bats and pointed ears.
Fulma.
I plan on killing any I see.
Yeah, so Fulma and Chorus. That's what we're in here for. Okay, your wife is concerned that it's too dangerous.
You ran into Talene, did you? A good woman. But the older I get, the more she worries.
That's
I'll
fair.
admit I'm not as young as I used to be. But can I not have this one last adventure? I've made my decision. Come along if you like, but don't try to stop me.
All right, I'll join you.
Lovely. Pickle and I are glad to have you, right, boy? I think he's found an odor of interest. He's quite the tracker, you know. Follow that scent, Pickle. Lead on, and we shall endeavor to keep pace.
All right, Pickle. I love that name.
Something, Pickle? Lead on.
Okay, follow Pickle. Jay, you love hanging out in Gratwood. Yeah, look, I have not done much questing in Gratwood, but I'm looking forward to it for similar reasons. For me, it's got a lot of the Night Elf and Teldrassil vibes from World of Warcraft, the very first MMO that I ever played, and the original game was a lot slower paced, very immersive, and yeah, absolutely had me hooked. I really enjoyed my time playing WoW. I do not regret it. But yeah, that's the kind of vibes I get there too. So I'm looking forward to doing the Gratwood stuff at some point. Talking there also following along the not all elves hashtag there. Same thing applies to Dark Elves, right? So there's a big rift in the various Dark Elf types, and particularly I'm even now learning about the different clans, and then there's the Ashlanders. Everyone knows the Telvanni are very snobbish, but even some of the houses, like the noble houses like Redoran and Hlalu and all those, they typically have slaves and trade in slaves, which are typically Argonians and Khajiit, right? So you sort of think, the damn Dark Elves and their slavery. However, it's actually a small minority, I think, or at least from a popular raw numbers perspective. I need to do more research, but most Dark Elves are not into the slavery. Most of them oppose it, and there's a lot of rifts between different clans and houses as a result of both lands, cultures, and of course, slavery. So, yeah, I'll learn a bit more about it when I play through the Vardenfell zone. And then maybe the Telvanni Peninsula zone as well. I'm sure there'll be plenty of pesky Telvanni snobby mages when we go there, but I'll learn more about some of the lore there when we do that. But yeah, not all elves. Once again, hashtag not all elves. Or not all high elves. Not all dark elves. But most Bosman.
One of the miners. Poor bastard. Sorry we were too late.
Ooh, he is a dead guy. Jay, it's interesting how you can get deeper into some of the lore in an MMO version. Oh, absolutely, and this is one of the things I like about Elder Scrolls Online is because I love the lore of Elder Scrolls as it is. And they have created an MMO that is absolutely, totally Elder Scrolls-y. Like, you know, you look at the questing we're doing, it's all very solo-esque, caters well to solo stuff, but then there's very good group activity things as well. Not a sponsored video. But I can attest, it's very immersive. It's the most immersive MMO I've played, and I've played a few now.
How strange.
What did we get? We got a broken... Chitin... Oh, chitin. I think that's how you say it. Chitin chitin blade. Yep, so Fulmer using chitin from the Chorus bugs to make weapons and armor. Called it right at the very start.
A blade made of chitin. How odd. I've never seen anything quite like it. The craftsmanship is unusual, too.
What's odd about a chitin blade, sir?
Aside from the fact that no one uses them? At least no one that I've ever heard of. Harvesting chitin tough enough to use as a weapon is much more complicated than simple forging. It's not easy work, which is why you don't see them around too often.
Yes, well, what does this tell us?
It's possible these Bogles are intelligent enough to do something other than steal livestock and haunt nightmares. But one blade is hardly enough to go on. This looks like where the miners set up camp. See if you can find anything else of interest.
Okay, we'll do all the work, shall we? On your adventure? We'll do all the work on your adventure.
Onto something. You search the camp while I see what he's onto.
Okay, I don't think we should separate. Anyway, I'm gonna get up there somewhere, I think. Jay, think they got a good balance of MMO and traditional Elder Scrolls vibes. Yes, the things that shit me about this game is mostly the class design and the skills design.
The mystery deepens.
But that's why the subclassing has very much made this game much more appealing to me again. But yeah, I love the setting, love the lore. Oh, the way they've implemented enchanting is stupid. Don't like that. But it works fine from a... Well, it works fine-ish from an MMO perspective. Got to, you know, collect runes, rune stones to make glyphs to do the enchants. That's not how enchanting works in any other Elder Scrolls game. You could argue from a lore perspective that, okay, well, magic and enchanting evolves in the later games, in the later eras where the later games are set. Okay, fine. But you harvest rune stones. How many times, like, it's a rune stone, where does it come from? Eventually, they're all going to be harvested because people are just going to find them and grab them. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? Maybe you could say the same thing about mining ores. I don't know. But mining ores are at least naturally occurring, whereas runestones aren't. Unless there is some sort of lore description that says they are magically spawning from Magnus himself, I don't know. Everyone universally says the enchanting in this game is dumb. It's fucking complicated too. You have to look up tables and stuff on wikis to figure out the combo. It's an absolute fail in my opinion. But it's not enough to ruin the game because you don't need to do heaps of enchants all the time. It's just a miss. For this game, two things that are a real miss for me. One is the way that they've done class design and skill design a lot of the time. Like, there's no fireball spell. Like, there's a lot of silly things like that. Again, you could argue that magic evolves later. Whatever. And then enchanting. But it's two things out of a very long list of very good things about this game. It's very easy to recommend this game if you're interested in Elder Scrolls and you like MMOs. It's very accessible. It's very approachable. Holy balls, is there a lot of content in here, so you got to be careful to not get yourself confused in picking up every single quest that comes your way. Alright, day 2. We set up our base as far into the mine as we could. Someone went to a lot of trouble to carve out these passages, but that had to have been many years ago. How long is this, by the way? Oh, it's just one. Okay. Fortunately, this portion of the mine is still rich with silver and several other trace metals. Yep, today we finished clearing one of the collapsed tunnels. Yep. We never should have come down here. Asa and Skeg left hours ago to scout the dwarven ruins, and neither have returned. There are pale shapes moving in the shadows, and a maddening insect-like clicking echoing throughout the passageways. That is also... you hear it in when you play Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, but not so much in here. The Falmer do like a clicking sound, and I think it's meant to be a bit of an echolocation and also a bit of a communication thing, because they are actually physically blind. Am I hallucinating? I'm not sure. I could find my way out of this place even if I tried. I seem to be the only one in camp now, though I didn't see anybody leave. The clicking sounds grow louder. I hear breathing. Earlier, I swore I heard a scream in the darkness. It sounded like Asa. Something's close by. I think it can smell me. Alright, well that's a very doom and gloom scenario from whoever that was. Vigol.
Did you find something?
A journal.
Must have been terrible. I can't imagine being stuck down here, afraid that something is lying in wait in the darkness. Was there anything else?
The author mentioned 2 others went to explore the dwarven ruins and never came back.
Perhaps they still live. Maybe we're not too late after all.
Yeah.
There's something to go on.
Rescue time.
Looks like Pickle's got a scent again. Let's follow him.
Alright. Lead the way, Pickle. Lead us to glorious rescuing...
Well, look at that. I suppose we found our dwarven ruins.
And they are mighty.
Chasm is no obstacle. I'll simply use this.
How the fudge knuckles did you do that?
Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Not to worry. Pickle will help you find another way round.
Oh, dude, don't get yourself killed. Alright, Pickle, how are we gonna get up there? I'll go give him a pet. He's a good boy. Oh, it doesn't play an animation. That's disappointing. Okay. Can you find Vigil, please, Pickle? These names. Good boy. Yeah. Alright, follow the doggo. I thought that was a sky shard for a second. It is not. There is meant to be a sky shard around here, according to the map. Anyway, follow the doggo. Protect the doggo from spiders. Sorry about the Nick's ad. That's fine. That's harmless. And the weird mushroom crab thing. I do like how in Elder Scrolls Online, mud crabs are not hostile. And they are a bit smaller. Because holy balls are they annoying in both Oblivion and Skyrim. Stupid little bastards, always try and fight you, always get killed. It's very stupid. Stupid little beasts. Oh, here's one. Skeg. Hello.
You're not one of those things.
Nope.
I didn't think I'd see another living person down here.
Yeah, well, were you with the mining party that came down here?
I was. We were down here to reopen this place after it got abandoned, but we got attacked by these horrible monsters. They overran our camp, dragged the others off. I managed to get away, but God, it was awful.
I can imagine. Can you describe these monsters?
They were pale and sickly looking, hunched over like old hags with sharp teeth.
Pointy ears.
This weird armor, too.
Titan armor.
They killed Trilva. He was my friend. They're going to kill the others, too. I just know it. Stop them, please. I beg you.
All right, we'll find him.
I'm getting out of here. Please, find the others. Save them.
All right, we will. All right, Pickle, next task. Have you picked up Vigel's trail any chance there, boy? Oh, he's got the, was it Hydrochromia, whatever it is. He's got different eye colors. Give him a pat. Good boy. Lead on. There's an option there to be mean and just say get going. I'm not picking that. Who would pick that? Hopefully there's a 0% statistic that anyone's picked that playing this game. Have we angered those? No, we're good. Oh, Dwarven Spider. And Sphere. Good work, Sean. Always nice to the puppets, I know, right? We are always nice to the puppets. Always pat the puppets. Always, always protect the puppets. Oh, here's Vigil. Hello, good job, doggo.
You made it! Not that I had any doubt. Pickle's sense of direction is unparalleled. Couldn't ask for a finer adventuring companion. Did you have any trouble along the way?
I found one of the miners, and he says that the creatures captured his friends.
Then we must mount a rescue. How thrilling! I couldn't have asked for a better send-off. I'll scout an escape route for us to ensure that we have a way out. You track down the miners. We'll meet up and make our dashing getaway.
You said send-off. Are you trying to do something dangerous to try and get yourself killed so you can go to Sovngarde? Anyway. You scout the route, I'll find the captives.
Excellent! Keep Pickle with you. He's likely to come in handy. Oh, this is shaping up to be a fine last adventure. We're not finished yet, I know, but I'm already in your debt. You've helped grant an old man's last foolhardy wish. Let's finish this!
Okay. You should take Pickle, though. We don't need the protection. Alright, we're gonna drop down there. He looks determined and he wags his tail. Alright, good boy. Thanks for that. Can we jump the edge here? We can. Oh! That was a bigger jump than I intended. So, Jay, you spent too much time patting kitties in Veilguard. Oh, delightful. I look forward to doing the same thing when I play Veilguard. Alright, let's wipe out some Falmer. Do a little bit of Falmer genocide. Oh, that's a dead chorus. Are they harvesting it for something? No. Up the hill. Can I teleport to that guy? Oh, I cannot. Alright, let's take out these two first. Make it all safe for Vigil, whatever he's up to. Alright, there is someone. Oh, Ace is alive. That's a win. I should play the Dark Pictures anthology, House of Ashes. You'd have a lot of fun. Alright, that sounds good. We'll chuck that on the list, shall we?
The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
Okay, are you... We talk to the other one? Nope. Alright, we're just gonna break the door. It looks like you could have climbed out of there now that we've killed everything, but anyway.
Fenkain, please get us out of here. We had to watch as those hideous creatures killed our friends. I can still hear the screams. I just want to go home. How did you even find us down here?
Because we are amazing. We found another survivor and he told me to look for you.
Oh, that must have been Skeg.
Yes.
Thank the gods he's still alive. Those monsters are everywhere. How are we going to get out?
Well, my friend went to find an exit, so let's go there.
Lead on. We'll do our best to keep up.
Very good. Most excellent. How about you, Jaska? We can't talk to Jaska. Alright, just Asa. That's fine. So... Map says this way. Don't worry about the first 2 games of Meden and Little Hope. The games are standalone, so it's fine. Oh, cool. That's good. Ooh. So we can first focus on the happy fun times of the more up-to-date modern games, huh? The better games. The other thing I do want to keep an eye on later this year is Vampire Masquerade 2. Sorry, Bloodlines 2. I played that game a fair bit, the first one a fair bit when it first came out. Run on the Half-Life engine. An RPG in the Half-Life 2 engine back in the day. Amazing. I just tried to quick save. That's very dumb. Alright, let's continue.
Excellent work, my friend. And Pickle, of course. Come, we must not waste time. I found another way out of here.
Alright, what's the plan, Vigol?
The passage beyond this door is the most direct route back to the camp. Though, there is one small problem. Unfortunately, once I passed through it, a switch was set off, and it locked behind me.
Of course. So what do we do?
I've a bit of experience with dwarven mechanisms, actually. There's a trick to releasing them from the ledge above the door. My grappling device should get me up there. And remind me to tell you how I discovered it sometime. Oh, it's a fine story.
Is it a dwarven invention? What happens after you get up on the ledge?
When I give the word, you throw the door lever, while I tug on the counterweight. The door should open with no trouble. I'll need to keep a solid grip on the counterweight to keep it from closing on you.
I sense some foreshadowing. If the door closes, how will you escape?
You let me worry about that, friend. Just get everyone else out safely.
Right.
Now, if you're ready, let's get a move on. The culmination of my final adventure awaits.
Okay. Still doing a bit of a suspicious about your intentions for yourself, sir. So, all of the Dark Pictures anthology, they're all different genre styles. Alright.
Need to find the proper...
Mix it up a bit.
There it is. A bit more. There! Hit the lever now!
Hit the lever, this lever. Yoink.
Wait! Something's coming! Get to safety! I'll draw them away!
No, you silly old bastard! Do I go through here? It says return to camp. I do go through here, right? Yes. The GPS was not necessarily pointing at that. Alright, let's fight some dwarven machines. I love the dwarven architecture, dwarven machines, everything. I like the way that they're done. I like the lore behind them. I really like how they're done in Skyrim as well. The only thing that gets a bit annoying is like the dungeons and stuff in Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. They can be a bit lengthy with the dwarven stuff. You're like, oh, I just want to get out of here by now. But love the aesthetic. It is cool. Is there a lookout over here? Let's quickly unlock the lookout whilst we are nearby, so I can tick it off my map. Let's fight a chorus as well. Chorus. Is this not the lookout? There we go. Dark Rise Overlook. Yes, quite a good overlook. Anyway, back this way. Can we mount up? We can. Let's do that. Still don't quite know where this sky shard is, but worry about that later. Oh, spiders have very creepily descended upon us. That's horrific, but it's done now. Alright, party has escaped. Where's... Yes.
But wait. Where is my husband?
Yes, as I suspected, he's done us silly.
Where's Vigol? What's become of my husband?
I don't know. He stayed behind to distract the creatures.
He what? How could you let him do that?
Didn't.
How could you leave him behind? He could have... Oh, Vigol, my love. No, please no. I can't bear this world without you by my side. Why did he have to go and do such a thing?
He did what he set out to do.
I suppose you're right. He truly was a great hero. Perhaps it was a fitting end for him. Thank you for going into that dark place at his side. It comforts me to know that he wasn't alone down there.
Okay.
Don't plan the funeral just yet.
Oh, he's back.
Vigol, is it really you?
Who else? Ah, what a finale that was.
Time is of no
I genuinely thought he was gone. I didn't think he was coming back, and I thought that was his intention. Thought that was deliberate. Well played, Vigol. You got us all fooled. Thought he was trying to get into Sovngarde. All right, Vigol.
Sorry if I gave you a bit of a scare. That was closer than I'm proud to admit, but it all worked out, didn't it?
It did.
This has been a memorable conclusion to a long and storied career. Thank you for your fellowship and your indulgence.
All right. How did you escape from those creatures anyway?
Escape? Bah! I drove them off, killed as many as I could, but I had to run when I got the opportunity. It's not exactly a comfort to know the myths of pale beasts that steal babes and slaughter livestock are real. But it felt good to gut some.
And what are they, anyway?
Not sure I really want to know. Anyway, thanks for looking after Pickle. The way he's looking at you, oh, I don't know that he's ever looked at me that fondly. I think you've made a friend for life. And you've certainly found one in me as well.
I do have a bit of a reputation in real life of being a bit of a pet stealer in that sense. I love pets, they love me. It is good. Alright, was the adventure everything you'd hoped for, Vigol? I certainly hope so.
I used my wits, my faithful dog, and my grappling hook to rescue those who needed rescuing.
Oh yeah, the grappling.
Made it back in one piece. Best of all, I made a new friend. It was everything I hoped for and more. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation.
Alright, we've got a generic mallet as part of the Eternal Vigor set, huh? Cool. Can't wait to disenchant that later.
Now, I take on the most challenging adventure of all. Marriage. Full time. I got damn lucky with Talene. She's better to me than I deserve. I'm going to spend the rest of my life making it up to her.
Alright, that's good. You are absolutely outside of your league there, sir. Well done. And yes, be good to her. What's next for you and Talene?
My friend, I will always be the king of my castle. But from now on, I think I'll let Talene make all the decisions. I'm happy just to be with her. Wherever she takes me, I'll gladly go.
Cute. Alright, goodbye. It is gonna be kind of weird though, because in a mixed race couple like this, he's gonna get old and die. She's gonna keep living for a long, long time, like literally, potentially centuries. That would make it difficult, I think. Anyway, good on them. To our Daedra companion.
When making your choices.
Yep. My good old questing set back on. Here, adventurer, take this family heirloom. Cool. Disenchant or deconstruct every single time. Ah, that is because we are so elite, Grizz. We has the perfect setup for what we need. Let me double check. Yeah, I think I've already got It's bind on equip too. I've already got that collected in my collections in my sticker book. There we go. All right, so we're heading into sort of 2 hours. Yeah, I think we're probably going to pause here. We'll probably finish the session.
Wiped out that goblin tribe in Fungal Grotto. Maybe I can go visit the place now.
We did. We have done Fungal Grotto many times, and Fungal Grotto is going to be one of the dungeons most heavily farmed and slapped in the upcoming Undaunted event, because apparently everyone just loves running through as a group full of DPS and just slapping the shit out of Fungal Grotto 1 and 2. Alright, duly noted. I mean, I can't be bothered farming the same thing over and over again, but we will do a bunch of dungeons later in the week. That's going to be fun to do. Alright, we are going to wrap up here. Apologies, shorter streams this week. I've got some mod project work I need to prioritize because there's some deadlines behind that. I'll hopefully be able to talk about that in a little while, but definitely can't talk about it anytime soon, so stay tuned, I guess, for that. Now, if you are on Twitch, stick around for a few minutes. Let's find someone to raid, give them some buzz and some hype and some energy, and bring some happy vibes to them. Thank you very much to our community members, our community moderators. You guys are legends. And of course, our sponsors, both via Patreon and via Twitch directly. Love everything you do. Thank you very much for being part of this awesome community. Thank you very much for helping build the community that we've got. I love it. All right. Next session for us is going to be 2 days' time, probably a whole bunch of dungeons, so lots of action, probably some banter, teaming up with Grizz, teaming up with Bright, possibly teaming up with Daisy and Judy. We'll see who's available. We're going to do some stuff. And yeah, I guess that's enough talking from me. This has been Nerdedness. I've been Shade. You've been awesome. And we'll see you then.